Hi, boys and girls. This is Ms. Kathy. I'm so happy you've joined me today for another story just for you. In the case of the secret code, Willie starts getting strange messages on his computer. Could they really be from God? Chapter 8. Closer and Closer. Are you sure? Chris asked. He pressed closer and looked at the package and then at the card. Sure, Willie said. Look at the word Windjammer here on the card. Now look at the word Trade Winds on the package. Wind is the same. I guess so, Chris said, not too sure. Now look at the town, Mill Valley. Chris studied them. Now what looks the same? He looked up at Willie. What next? Willie took a pen and wrote the phone number on the package from the ad. Let's call this and see who answers. Willie and Chris put the ad back on the bulletin board and found a payphone outside the store. The phone was too high for Willie to reach it, so Chris called. No answer, he reported. Let's try again later. They wandered the main portion of downtown all morning but found no sign of Coco. Willie asked people he met if they had seen the little dog. He even showed them the poster, but no one could help. After lunch with Grandpa, Willie, and Chris decided to put their last two posters up in the library and post office. Mrs. Hutchinson was at the front desk when Willie and Chris came in the front door. Willie felt a little nervous, but he rolled up to her and smiled. Can we put up a poster about my lost dog? You mean that cute little dog that always follows you around is gone? Why, of course. Maybe Mrs. Hutchinson isn't such a mean person after all, Willie thought as he pushed in the tacks. To keep the library going, I guess she has to make people return their books or pay for them. The post office was easier. While Chris put the poster up, Willie looked past the desk toward the back of the building. What are you looking for? The man in front asked. Just wanted to see if Mr. Davis, my mail carrier, is here, Willie said. George is on his rounds. He'll be in soon, the man said. I just heard on the news that there's a bad summer storm coming in, Grandpa said when they got back in the car. I'm going to take you boys home. Then I need to help Mrs. Shue round up the rest of the kids. But what about Coco? Willie asked. Coco will just have to take care of himself for a little while longer, Grandpa said. Maybe Coco is already home, Chris said hopefully. Coco wasn't there. Want to try that phone number again? Chris asked. Willie lifted the phone and dialed the number from the ad. He listened while the phone rang once, then clicked. Suddenly he heard a high-pitched squeal. Willie held the phone away from his ear. What's that? He said. Chris leaned forward and listened. It's the sound a modem makes. He grabbed the phone and hung up. What are you doing? Willie asked. Chris rushed to the computer and turned it on. It's a modem, get it? Someone, G.O.D, if you are right, is using their modem to get into the bulletin board. Willie's eyes widened. So they're on the bulletin board right now. Want to talk screen to screen with the mystery person? Chris asked. As the bulletin board came on, Willie saw that he had no messages. He clicked the chat button and began to read. Nat, we just can't afford it. Bo, yeah, but the state inspectors aren't going to let us open the new stadium without wheelchair ramps. Nat, I realize that there are laws, but there are always ways to get around those kinds of things. I mean, we're just a little town. Willie and Chris watched for a few minutes without seeing any mention of G.O.D. Just when Willie was about to switch off the computer, he saw something. G.O.D. Nat, when are you going to start thinking about someone other than yourself? Think of all the good things you have going for you. Nat, yeah, I guess so. Willie didn't hesitate. He typed in his response and pressed enter. Hot Wheels, I have something to complain about. A comment came in at once. Nat, well, it's the newcomer. Okay, what's your problem? Willie typed back. Hot Wheels, 3 things, really. I want to know how someone like me can get to see baseball games without wheelchair ramps. Nat, what are you talking about? G.O.D. The kid's a wheelchair jockey. Bo, well, okay, what's second on your list? Hot Wheels, what is this bulletin board good for except for wasting time? I mean, can a kid use it to help find his lost dog? G.O.D. You lost your dog? Hot Wheels, the posters are all over town. Bo, yeah, I think I remember seeing one today. Real sorry, kid. G.O.D. Well, I think letting us know is a good start. What's number 3? Hot Wheels. Number 3 is, who are you guys, really? How does one get to talk to G.O.D. face to face? Willie's face felt hot as he waited for a response. Finally it came. Nat. Ho, 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 that's a good one. Smiley face. Bo. Tough luck, kid. G.O.D. The whole reason behind the bulletin board is so people can speak their minds without having to let people know who they are. Hot Wheels. That's not fair. G.O.D. That's fair, and it's life. The best you can hope for is another message in your mailbox, or maybe to bump into someone at the ice cream store. Don't think we don't care, but we take our privacy seriously. Willie pushed himself away from his computer in disgust. Well, at least they were nice for the first 2 questions Chris offered. Maybe you should check and see if there are any other messages. There weren't any when we dialed in, Willie said. Well, it won't hurt to check again, will it? Willie shrugged, still angry. His anger disappeared suddenly when he saw the message that awaited him in his mailbox. 6, right bracket, 9, right bracket, 7, right bracket. 2, right bracket, 8, right bracket, 9 apostrophe, 9, single quote. 3 apostrophe, 8 right bracket, 6 right bracket, 3 single quote. 3 right slash, 9 right bracket, 3 right slash, 9 right bracket. 8 right bracket, 6 right slash. 5 right bracket, 6 apostrophe, 3 right bracket. 9 right bracket, 9 apostrophe, 3 single quote. 5 apostrophe, 1 apostrophe, 4 apostrophe, 1 apostrophe, 5 apostrophe, 3 right bracket. 3 apostrophe, 9 right bracket, 2 right bracket, 6 right slash. 5 right bracket, 6 apostrophe, 3 right bracket. 2 apostrophe, 5 right bracket, 4 right bracket, 3 right bracket, 3 right bracket, 5 right bracket, period.
The story you have heard today is a chapter of the Shoebox Kids, Book 2, The Case of the Secret Code, written by Glenn Robinson, edited and created by Jerry D. Thomas, and used with permission from the Pacific Press Publishing Association. If you're interested in any other books published by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, please visit AdventistBookCenter.com or call 1-800-765-6955.
This podcast is a production of the Carolina Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.